All right, dude. Where do you want to go?
I said there's not enough of like a decline off that chair for me to just ride it. Oh, so you have to like jump off the bike and run.
Yeah. Alright, since it's springtime and the snow conditions aren't the best right now, it's time to have some little fun. That's why Tom brought out his new ski bike, which he just got recently. It's only this season that he tried it, and I guess he got so hooked that he just bought one. But yeah, as a 6'4" guy, this looks kinda silly on him, but it does look pretty cool. He told me that when he first tried it, he and the instructor went straight to the glades and to the park and just started ripping. And yeah, he's really confident with it now. This is him going down black diamonds, and he's not really scared of doing anything. Of course, he's slow, which helps me a lot because he's usually a lot faster than me on skis. So it's kind of a fun change of pace having to wait for him. But yeah, the season's about to end, and I feel like there are maybe 1 or 2 days that I could still snowboard, and it's not going to be probably the best conditions for snowboarding, but I'm gonna just make the most out of it and go on the blues and greens and work on my technique.
Like the opposite of how they bonus call them.
No, don't say that, dude. And also try to have fun and experiment and maybe go skiing. But yeah, on this day, I didn't know that the sun actually helps the snow get softer. So the first run I had to this day, I didn't put it on this video because it was literally just all ice. I was scraping the whole time. It was gross. And I think you could see it on our very first run with Tom. But as the sun came up and it started melting the snow, it actually became a little soft and became mushy, and the snow was about to grab. So, I mean, I didn't know that when I went up on like literally the fifth chair that went up the mountain, and I took a trail that no one went to thinking it would be great, but it was horrible. So, good to know. But yeah, this is on the Wednesday. The only great snow for this day was probably Belt Parkway, which is the long blue that they have, and I think I repped that like 4 times. It was great. But yeah, if you ever get to go on a very firm day, it might be better to go on trails that have the sun on them already, and the one that most of the people go to, because at least they break some of the snow and you could catch those snow better.
God damn, bro, you good? Alright, dude, take it easy. I think I'm gonna just hit Broadway. Turn up. Alright, Tom took a bad fall. Cracked his helmet, actually. I didn't see it because I was kind of just going, but he called it a day, and yeah, I hope he's good. He hit his head, so I hope nothing bad happens. You know, concussion, all that stuff. So yeah, be safe out there, guys. It's not an easy sport. Okay, now that Tom is gone and I'm just here by myself, I'm gonna work on my toe side. I feel like I've been doing the toe side more properly in this run today, but the video could just show something different. Who knows?
So instead of learning on my toe side, which I should have done, I found it more interesting and more worth it if I practice my switch. And I did that. I mean, I've done some switch with Sean and some days earlier this season, but this is probably the best I've looked. And I think it's because I moved to a steeper green. It's weird because learning switch, you kind of have to go back to the fundamentals, which I had to think really hard because in the beginning I was not putting my weight on the front foot, and that made my board slide out from under me. So I literally had to think about putting weight on my front foot, which is scary because it means gaining more speed. It's funny because like this is how I teach beginner snowboarders, and having to do it when you're not comfortable on a stance yet is really daunting. And I give Shota a lot of props for kind of nailing it on his second day ever snowboarding. So yeah, I got really confident. I think I repped this green twice, and then I took a challenge to go to a blue, and this is definitely my first time going down on a blue on my switch all the way down, and it was interesting. Okay, maybe not all the way down because there were some flats that I had to get through, and I don't know how to do that on my switch, so I went on my normal stance just to get over the flats. The only bad thing about learning switch, it can catch you off guard, is that since you're used to the speed, it's actually really dangerous for you to go on that speed without having full control yet on your snowboard on your switch side. So every turn was like literally has to be super precise, whereas on my normal stance I could get away with some bad technique. But with the switch, if I go fast enough and my balance isn't like 80% there, I'm falling, and I'm falling fast and hard, especially on this hard pack day. So I definitely need to learn how to just take it easy on my switch side, go fast but not to the point where I should match my normal stance, because I think it's easy to get carried away when you have the groove with your switch and, you know, the riding flow. But you know, all it takes is one bump and one bad edge turn and you're on the floor.
You know, after going up this lift, you'd think this is nice powdery trail, right? Wrong. All of that is like literally ice. Those mounds are not powder at all. Those are firm as ice, and I made a mistake of thinking it was probably gonna be a good run, and I almost ate shit. Can't always trust the shininess. Sometimes it looks great, but it's actually just butt.
But yeah, back to the basics. I'm very surprised that my toe side is actually a lot better than my heel side. I think that's because my body is more squared, and I think that's one of the ways I could fix my toe side on my normal stance, is just be more squared to the board. But yeah, my heel side sucks. Well, both sides actually suck, because when I do my toe side transition, that's when I have the least feeling of control on my board. It's literally just like Hail Mary from heel side to toe side. But yeah, learning switch is very humbling, and it's definitely a lot more challenging than I thought. Me riding switch on this day is probably what I looked like when I was riding normal stands on my first day of snowboarding last season, which is not bad. I could make it down a blue. I definitely don't want to think about making down a black diamond on my switch yet. I need to go back to the green or take it easy on a blue and do some wide turns and just be really confident with getting the muscle memory on my switch to just rock back and forth on each edge change. But once you get the hang of it and not get scared of, you know, putting your weight on your front foot, it gets easier since you know the fundamentals and how to balance on your board. A lot of that skill can carry onto your switch side. So I'm not really doing knee steering on the switch yet. I'm just literally just trying to get my weight on my front foot and just rocking back and forth on edge change as smooth as I can. I'm pretty happy with my progress actually, and I didn't think I would go down a blue on my switch. This is like as monumental as me going down my first black diamond. So a blue on my switch is really an accomplishment for me. And this day was perfect because there was not many people. It rained and it was like 50 degrees the past week before this day, and I was surprised the snow in Belt Parkway was actually good. I thought it was going to be scrapey the whole time.
All right, this is the test. Blue on my switch all the way down. We'll see.
But yeah, I felt like a beginner again, but when the edge changes click, the satisfactory feeling of like nailing some of the turns is so rewarding. It's like you accomplished snowboarding again twice, and it's a great feeling to have. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be practicing my switch more often now that I can do it on the blue. I'm trying not to have an excuse anymore of not doing it because I feel like it's a good challenge for me. I do have a lot of work still to do in my normal stance, like, you know, trying to get more comfortable with the edges of my snowboard and trying to have deeper turns so that I could eventually do some carving. But yeah, I've been really fortunate this season. Every time I went to the mountain, I was always with someone, which is good and bad. Good is because you have fun with them, and bad is that you kind of have to stay with them, especially when they're beginner, just to make sure they don't die or get really hurt. And if you want to progress like I did last season, and I think that was one of the main reasons why I got better, is just I went because I wanted to get better. I didn't care to have someone join me, even though it's a 2.5 hour trip. I made the effort of just going and learning by myself and not being scared of just to commit. So yeah, I hope I have another day or two of snowboarding this season, but if not, I think my progression this year was also as good as last year, and I can't wait for the next season to come. But yeah, if I don't see you guys again, I'll see you guys next season. If not, I'll check you on the next video. Peace. That's crazy. Camera. It's my toe side transition. Fucking horrible. Yeah, I'd say I did it. That felt good. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for today. I can't believe I went down on a blue with my switch. Did have a fall, but I think my knee's bruised, but other than that, successful day. Hope I could squeeze at least another day or two this season, but see you guys in the next one.